Hello kids, welcome to savitaphawadeacademy. Kids, we explained in last lecture, previous lecture, this one fourth one chapter, solids, liquids and gases, class 4 cbse board EVS, this one subject. And in this lecture, we continue this one chapter, solve all question answers. Now we on page number 48. Let's remember, first we solve. Write S for solid, L for liquid and G for gas. Also write one feature of each in terms of its particles. First one tables, this one solids. Features we can say, see here, you can search this type. See, solids features we saying in solids, substances in which the particles are packed very close. Particles are very packed very close to each other. Okay, and solids are usually hard and have a fixed shape. And give an example also: pencil, book, chair, marbles, etc. Okay, then next one, orange juice. This one is liquid features we can saying, see, liquid we can say in liquid features, liquids are substances in which the particles are not very closely packed. Unlike solids, they have no fixed shape. Okay, and we give examples: juice, milk, water, this type. And liquids contain in a different containers, we can write down. And liquids can flow. Okay, so fluids also called liquids. Okay, then milk, this one also liquid, and features we can write down: packed not very closely. And air, this one a gas. And gas features I show you, you can search here, gases. Gases are substances in which the particles are very loosely packed. How is particles loosely packed? For example, air and cooking gas. Okay, write down. And this one also, gases also fluids. Okay, then next one, question answer for us. Only question answer we solve today. Okay, see here, this one let's remember. Name the process involved in each of the following. And see here, Yash mixed some sugar in his hot milk. Name the solute and the solvent in this. The solvent, which is, see here, what is the solvent means? Solvent, see, solvent means what? Solvent dissolve is called the solvent. Means milk, sugar can it's a solvent. Okay, solvent means milk, water, solvent. And solute means what? Solute means the substance that dissolve is called the solute. Means like a salt and sugar. Means here solute is sugar and solvent milk. Okay, and here name the process involved in each of the following. This one here boiling. Okay, here icing, cooling, and here melting. Okay, then next one we on page number 51. Let's remember here, give one word for the following. See, substances that completely dissolve in a solvent means what? See, you can see here, soluble substances are those substances that dissolve completely in a solvent to form a solution. For example, salt and sugar are soluble in water. Means we write down their soluble substances here. Okay, soluble substances. Next, second one, substances that do not completely dissolve in a solvent. Do not dissolve means insoluble substances we write down. Third one, the process in which insoluble substances settle down. This one, third one we write down sedimentation. Okay, see here, first we read again, the process in which insoluble substances settle down. Okay, see. During sedimentation, the liquid is left uh, undisturbed for some time. They have insoluble solids settle down at the bottom. So we write down sedimentation here. Okay, one word answer. Fourth one, the process in which a solution containing insoluble substances in pass through a filter paper. The process in which a solution containing a soluble substances, see here, in filtration, a solution containing soluble substances in pass through a filter paper, means in a filtration. So we write down here answer filtration. Okay, B1 write yes for soluble and I for insoluble in water. Okay, then soluble can dissolve easily. So sand can dissolve? No. Salt can dissolve? Yes. So salt soluble, sugar soluble, and insoluble sand is insoluble. So we write down sand for I, salt for yes, and sugar for yes, stone for I. Stone insoluble. Okay, can't dissolve. Okay, so and then turn page. Now we turn page and we want page number 52. In previous lecture, when we explain this one, learn this one chapter, keywords and summary, very very important, I told you. So again we read this. Okay, it's very important. See, matter, any substance that has mass and occupies a space is called a matter. Means if you want a matter definition or a concept, you can write down any substance that has mass and occupies space is called a matter. Then solids. What is a solid? Substances in which the particles are packed very close to each other. Very important. Okay, all keywords, all summary, very very important. So by it, write down 3 times minimum 2 times, 3 times. Okay, liquids. What is the liquids? Write down liquid concept. Substances in which the particles are not very closely packed. Okay, then gases. What is the gases? Gases about concept. Substances in which the particles are very loosely packed. Okay, and very very important, write down each and every answer, minimum 1 or 2 examples, very important. Okay, in science. Okay, then solute. What is a solute? The solid that dissolves in a liquid is called the solute. Okay, then solvent, the liquid in which a solid dissolves is called the solvent. Okay, then solution. What is a solution? You all know solution. Each and every problem have a solution. The liquid obtained when a solute dissolved in a solvent is called the solution. Then soluble the substances. What is the soluble substances? Substances that dissolve completely in a solvent to form a solution. Then opposite, insoluble substances. Substances that do not dissolve completely in a solvent. For example, stone, chalk, etc. Okay, and soluble substances means a salt, sugar, like this. Okay, melting. What is a melting? The process by which a solid changes into a liquid, that one called a melting. What is the evaporation? See, evaporation, the process by which a liquid changes into a vapor, that one called a evaporation. Condensation. What is the condensation? The process by which a gas changes into a liquid on cooling, that one a condensation. Then solidification. What is a solidification? The process by which a liquid gas changes into a solid on a cooling, that one a solidification. Then sedimentation. What is a sedimentation? The process by which insoluble substances settle down, that one called a sedimentation. Then summary, very very important summary also for a write down questions answer. Matter is made up of small particles. Okay, matter exists in 3 states, which they solid, liquid and gases. Matter can change from one state to another. A solution is formed when 2 or more substances mix together such that they are evenly distributed. Okay, then soluble substances can be separated from a solution by evaporation. Then Insoluble substances can be separated from a solution by a filtration and sedimentation and a decantation. Okay, very important. Then exercise. We solve now exercise. Let's understand. First one, objective type question. Fill in the blanks with the correct words. A substance that has mass and occupies space is called a matter. Okay. Second one, all substances are made up of particles. Fluids include which one? Fluids include liquid and gases. Can fluid. Okay. Matter can change its form from one state to another. Very important. Okay. A solution is formed when two or more substances are mixed with each other. Then B1, choose the correct option. Which of these is true about solids? Particles are packed very close to each other. They are usually hard. They have a fixed shape. All of these. Yes, all of these. Okay. Which of these is true about the solids? All is a true. A is a B, C and D means a. So write down D. All of these. Okay. So second one, which of these can flow from one place to another? Milk and water, oxygen, juice, air. All of this. Yes, all of this, because of liquid and all gases can flow. Okay. Can flow, not a flow. Which of these falls in the group fluids? Liquid and gases. Okay. Which of these process changes water to ice? Solidification. Okay. Which of these is the solute in a sugar solution? Sugar. Which of these processes are best suited to remove insoluble substances from water? Sedimentation, decantation and filtration. Okay. Then turn page number 54. Yeah. Okay, then seventh one question, which of these would you use to separate salt from water? Evaporation. Next one, eighth one, which process takes place when you take out an ice cube from the freezer and leave it at a normal room temperature? Melting it. Okay. Then B1, very short answer type questions. Give two examples for the following. Substance in which particles are very closely packed. Pencil and book we can write down. Notebook, pen, pencil. Okay, eraser you can write down. Substance in which particles are very loosely packed. Oxygen, nitrogen we write down. Fluids, milk and okay, water, carbohydrates. Okay, substances soluble in water, salt, sugar. Substances insoluble in water, sand and chalk. Okay, and then B1, name what you would get in the following when you take out an ice cube from a freezer and leave it in a normal room. It's a melting and become a water. When you heat a liquid for some time, it's a vapor. If you fill water in an ice tray and keep it in the freezer, ice making. Okay, when sugar is added to water, solution. When salt is added to water, this one also solution. Okay, then answer the following question. What is matter? Name the three states of a matter. What is the matter and name the three states of matter. You can search what is the matter. See here. So I first saying keyword very important. Matter means any substance that has mass and occupies space is called a matter. Three examples you can write down. Very easy to search each and every question's answer. Okay, see any substances here also you can see any substance that has mass and occupies space is called a matter. Means what is a matter? That one concept we got. And solids, example is solids, liquid and gases are the three states of a matter. This type you can search your question answer. Okay, and write down. Then next one, a broad question for us. Second one, difference between solids, liquid and gases in terms of their particles. Okay, difference between you can see here how we write down different. See, using this one, states of matter. Solids means what? Solids are substances in which the particles are packed very close to each other. This one. And liquids means a liquid are substance in which the particles are not very closely packed. Not very closely packed. Here closely packed. Okay. And here gases are substances in which the particles are very loosely packed. Yes, this one different. And you can write down their examples. And solids are usually hard and have a fixed shape. For example, pencil, book, chair. This one third one difference you can write down. Marbles and examples. Okay. And here example, liquids, solids, they have no fixed shape and can flow. Okay. They take the shape of the container they are poured into. Water, milk and juice are an example of liquids you can write down. And liquids can flow. Okay, means called fluids. Okay, liquids contain in a different contents. Okay, then liquids take a shape, that type. And gases, we can write down, they too have no fixed shape. Unlike liquids, they occupy all the available space. All available space gases can occupy in a container. For example, you can write down here cooking gas examples you can give: oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide. Okay, and it also fluids means liquids and gases have a same similarity here, both fluids. Okay, and you can write down tires and balls are filled with air, that type you can write down their difference. Okay, then next one, define the following. Define the following means write down concept with the examples. Melting, what is a melting? And yes, you can draw diagram also. Melting, condensation, evaporation and solidification. What is a melting? See here, what is a melting? We see melting is there. Melting. See, the process by which is solid changes it into a liquid, that one melting. And you showing this type. See, this one ice melting here became a liquid. Okay, using diagram. Then next one, melting, condensation, evaporation and solidification. Condensation. See, what is the condensation? See, condensation, the process by which gas change into a liquid on a cooling. Okay, and you showing using a diagram. Solidification, the process by which a liquid changes into a solid on cooling, that one. If there is a sedimentation, the process by which is insoluble substance settle down. Okay, here is each and every concept or a definition. Answer is here. Is very easy peasy to search each and every question's answer. Fourth one, with the help of an example, describe solute, solvent and a solution with the help of an example. So use examples, use diagram and describe solute, solvent and a solution. See, here is a solute. The solid that dissolves in a liquid is called the solute, and solvent means the liquid in which is solid dissolved in called the solvent, and solution means the liquid obtained when a solute dissolved in a solvent is called the solution. Okay, see here, this one diagram you showing this type. You write down example, solute, solvent and a solution. Okay, very easy peasy. Then next one question is fifth one, difference between soluble and insoluble substances. Soluble and insoluble. Kids, always remember, when you want to write down a difference between both things, first you write down their different concept, means a definition, and give their examples. Okay, see what is soluble and insoluble. Soluble means easily dissolve, for example sugar, salt, and insoluble didn't means can't dissolve, for example stone, chalk, that type particles. Okay, not dissolve inside the milk water. Okay, and you can show diagram also. Okay, see, soluble, here is a concept definition: substance that dissolve completely in a solvent to form a solution. An insoluble substance means a substance that do not dissolve completely in a solvent. See, soluble substance, insoluble substance. Using this one diagram, you show them. Okay, very very easy peasy. Okay, then next one question is sixth one. How does filtration help to remove insoluble substances? When your parents make a tea and they use channi, galni, whatever they particles means tea powder upside filtration, and we use RO water filtration. See, in a filtration solution containing insoluble substance is passed through a filter paper. On doing so, the liquid passes through the filter paper while the insoluble substance gets retained on the filter paper. For example, sand and water can be separated by a filtration. This one your answer. Okay, and you can draw this type diagram. Okay, kids, I hope today's exercise you better understood and easily write down each and every question answer. And very important thing, all of you can easily search your question answers and write down easily. Yes, very good. Thank you, kids.